Okay, so it's Monday night. We made it through Inauguration Day, barely. I did go through quite a bit of the executive order stuff, and I know some of you are not ready to get into that yet. So if you're not, go ahead and skip this, bookmark it, and come back to it later. Okay, so here's my list of things that I found most alarming from day one. He issued pardons for all of the rioters involved in the January 6th attack on the Capitol, issued a national emergency at the southern border, which means that the military can and likely will get deployed. Shut down an app used by those seeking asylum to apply for legal citizenship. The app just shut down and stopped working. So this is a big one you're going to see a lot of headlines about. Ended birthright citizenship for children born in the US to parents without legal status. This is a very, very, very big deal. It is very un American. It goes against the Constitution. It's going to face legal battles. Reinstated the federal death penalty. In particular, it calls for the death penalty to be sought in all cases involving the murder of law enforcement officer and all capital crimes committed by immigrants without legal status. Okay. Issued a freeze on all federal hiring and issued all federal employees to return to work in the office full time. Withdrew from the Paris Climate Accords. This is a global initiative to combat climate change. Withdrew from the World Health Organization. Issued an executive order stating that there are only two genders, that government status and documents will only allow for male or female, and that they are not changeable. Federal funds shall not be used to promote gender ideology. And in looking through these documents, it seems like that includes any type of documentation that could be used even by like the Department of Education, that including things like how to create safe environments for LGBTQ plus students, how to stop harassment, etc. Repeal the rule that specifically allowed transgender troops to serve in the military. Canceled all DEI programs within federal government, including things like environmental justice programs and diversity training, among many other things. Shut down the website reproductiverights.gov, which was a resource for women to just find healthcare and understand their rights around it. Declared a national emergency on energy, which will allow for drilling to start again immediately and cancel incentives for electric vehicles. Rescinded President Biden's executive order to lower prescription drug costs for Americans on Medicare and Medicaid that have been life-changing for millions of Americans. Announced a 25% tariff on all goods coming from Canada and Mexico, which will start February 1st. When a reporter asked how confident he was about keeping the ceasefire in Gaza, he said, "I'm not confident. That's not our war, it's their war. Gaza is interesting. It's a phenomenal location on the sea, the best weather. Some beautiful things could be done with it. Very interesting. Fantastic things could be done with Gaza." And last but not least, I'm sure you've seen this everywhere. He let Elon up on stage behind the presidential seal do the Nazi salute several times.